Good morning. Morning, guys. How are you? Happy Monday. New week, new opportunities. How was your weekend? Buenos días. Restful? Yeah, same here. Same here. Okay, let's see the levels for today. I'm gonna do pre-market highs here on ES. We have this level here. Pre-market lows. 1 and 2. We're still holding very important levels of support. So the market is still extremely bullish so far. See, look at these pre-market highs here on NQ. And then we're right at pre-market lows on NQ. Let's see if we're gonna hold it. Key level to watch here today. And we still have a bunch of gaps below that I want to see them getting filled. I want to see the market retesting previous all-time highs. We might get it with earnings this week and FOMC. We have Wednesday is gonna be crazy. Well, I would say more like Thursday, because we have FOMC on Wednesday and we have a bunch of earnings also after the market close on Wednesday. So it's gonna be a pretty interesting week. I want to see how the market is gonna react before Wednesday, how we're gonna move before Wednesday. So basically today and tomorrow. Yeah, we have NQ right at pre-market lows. We do not have data today. Well, most of the time we have a big pullback before we have like huge earnings coming up, like Wednesday. Like in the past, if we had everything that we have on Wednesday, like FOMC, let me see exactly what earnings we have on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we have Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, and Google. And then on Thursday, we have Apple. And we also have, Robinhood on Tuesday. And we have Lily. Lily is also important. Well, for me, because I'm watching hymns. We also have Cat on Thursday, pre-market. So yeah, this week is gonna be crazy. Spotify is also important this week. That's pre-market. Tomorrow, the storage companies. We have UPS. And we have SoFi. SoFi is gonna tell us some insight about private credit market, which is a lot of people are talking about that right now, because how the economics are. A lot of people are having trouble paying back their private credits, which is no bueno. That's a big indication that the economy in the country is not too hot. Okay. So we have QQQ reacting the VWAP, and SPY is holding it, and it's going for the pre-market highs, SPY, which is this level here on ES. That's previous day's highs, Friday's highs. I don't know. I feel this week is gonna be a little bit tricky. It's definitely a week to just scalp, get a little bit from the market, and get out of here. Pretty much what I've been doing the past few weeks, the past few days. Yeah, very nice pre-market lows hold here on NQ. Yeah, definitely. We have NQ way weaker than ES. Apple had kind of like a big gap down, but it's trying to hold. Nvidia reacting to 212. 212 is a big resistance for Nvidia. When is Nvidia earnings? Yeah, ES reacting previous day's highs. I like this NQ hold. I find it tricky that ES is way bullish than NQ and is right at resistance. I'm kind of liking this NQ hold, but I think it's kind of risky also going for that, for a bounce there. Yeah. I really want to pull back in this market. Okay, let's see if NQ's gonna hold here again. Nvidia not this week? Okay. Yeah, NQ keeps holding here. We had this little up downtrend and holding pre-market lows. We have ES reacting previous day's highs. Nvidia looking pretty weak. Apple looks like it's gonna go higher, but it needs to break 268. Playing reactions, like I said before, the market is extremely bullish. Yes, it can have a red day and be bearish for a day, but we have seen how like pullbacks or red move are getting bought up right away. So it's very tricky to play reactions in this market. The reactions are very short-lived. But if NQ loses this little support here, I will definitely look for a break and retest to the downside. So far, just keeps holding here. And I know you're talking about this reaction on ES. It was too early for me. I don't like taking trades that early after the market opens. I like to give it a little bit of time to the market to really show me where we're gonna go. So I don't like taking trades right a few minutes after the market opens. Whoa, okay. What was that? Yeah, let's see how this 5 minute candle is gonna close. Because if we close holding again this, we could uh, see or expect a bigger move here to the upside. Thank you. It's not breaking anything. I need to see how the candle is gonna close. Ugly price action so far. But again, we have a huge week. This price action could be the entire week. It wouldn't surprise me to see a very choppy price action the entire week. Because not only we have FOMC and a bunch of earnings on Wednesday and Thursday, the market's been moving to the upside like non-stop. It keeps making all-time highs. It needs a pullback. I mean, a pullback will be healthy. But who knows? And we still have war news. So we're dealing with markets at all-time highs, FOMC on Wednesday. We have a bunch of other data this week that are important. We have a bunch of earnings. We have the war that is still going. Okay, so we have ES still holding an important support level. And we have NQ completely lost pre-market lows. Head and shoulder kind of playing out. Oh yeah, I see it. Apple is still holding very nicely, but it needs to break 268 for a real move to the upside. Nvidia lost morning's low. It's looking very weak. Nvidia. IWM holding very, very nice. Maybe that's why ES is holding so good here. Yeah, I'm gonna be extra patient today. I don't like this price action. Look at these wicks here on NQ. Look at those wicks. Yeah, how can you play reactions when you have those bounces on NQ? Not really. I don't really watch the DAO. The DAO, no, not really. Look at that hold on NQ. And that bounce on ES. That's insane. Your sister in Peru? So she's cute, right? Damn, look at that bounce. NQ is just taking money from people that go long and short. Yikes. That's ugly. Ooh. And just like that, we have ES almost at today's highs again. Yeah, so we have the QQQ just keeps reacting the VWAP. Yeah, we're having like huge candles, but not, at least for me, not clear entries. I don't like playing, taking trades when the market is doing this type of move. Too risky. One candle can easily stop you out and blow up your accounts. So for me, it's better to be safe than sorry. And I'm gonna apply that this entire week. That mentality. I had a very solid week last week. And what I think is like extremely important is to understand when the market's giving you like very easy trades and go a little bit heavier in size with your trades when the market's giving you so many good opportunities, and when the market is crazy difficult, just not touch it or being like extra careful like right now. Yeah, so the market just doesn't want to go lower. And this is why, this is a perfect example why I don't like playing shorts on this crazy market. This hold here, I kind of like it, like a little bit better. I will say holding here. Hmm. Yeah, this price action is tricky. We're still on a downside here on NQ. Yes, it's a mess, but definitely more bullish than bearish. I like this hold here on NQ. I'm gonna try it. With a very small position. What is this? These are 20 evals. Because I don't want to trade funded accounts on this week, guys. I don't love this price action. I think it's gonna be very risky this week. So I'm gonna let the market do whatever it wants to do with FOMC and all the earnings that we have, and then I also want to see the market pulling back. We could see another NQ move down here and then maybe a bounce there. Yeah, look at this price action. This is why I don't want to risk my PAs. So far, I like this hold. We have NQ very stuck here, but again, just keeps holding support. This is a very small position. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give it all this room here for stop loss. And these are evals also. Any thought on using the orb? Everything works when the price action is right. So I can play the orb, I can play break and retest, I can play ICT, I can play anything. Whatever you want to play, it works when the price action it's smooth. When you have a choppy price action, nothing works. When you have a smooth price action, everything works. Some people play the 5-minute orb, others play the 15, other plays the 30. That's up to you, and again, and how the price action is. Yeah, so I think as long as NQ keeps holding here, it's bullish, to be honest. You guys green so far or haven't taken any trades? I like this hold. I definitely like this hold, but like I said before, these price action is not the best to trade. I definitely like this. If you guys want to take this one with it funded account, I will say go very, very small in size. Like, be careful. This price action is not bueno. And also, I think that it is so important to understand one, price action, and two, like what's coming like this week. This week, if you're new trading, you maybe don't know this, but if you've been trading for years or for years, yeah, we know how price action is on FOMC week or big earnings week. It is choppy. It is difficult to trade. It is very risky. And remember also, we're here to make money. We're not here to trade. It's not about trading. It's about making money. And how do you make money? Cutting A plus setups or good trades. Yeah, that's why also I'm trading evals. I have two funded accounts from Tradeify that I need to move. Like, I need some type of trade today, but I don't know if I'm gonna take any trades with this price action. Might take a one quick NQ bounce. If I see NQ going back down here, maybe for a quick, very small bounce play there with my funded accounts. Mm, mm, mm. And we keep holding here. What made me want to live stream? I said it's on right on my bio here on YouTube. It's pretty much, this is working like a diary for me. It's my journal. I can go back and see what stupid traits I took, and I can learn from my mistakes. It's literally me just documenting my journey here. Yeah, ES is now is looking weak here, but NQ just keeps holding. We keep holding support. Go go small or die big. I don't have a Lucid account, but I do want to try Lucid. Right now I'm using Tradeify and Apex. Maybe when I see the market giving me like a pullback, when I feel more comfortable playing the upside continuation, I'll add more accounts. So far I have 20 funded accounts on Apex and 5 on Tradeify. And I have these 20 evals on Apex. When I feel like I want to trade, or when I feel a little bit of FOMO, I buy eval so I can play it out a little bit and not blow up my funded accounts. Come on, market, do something. Why am I playing evals? I already said why I'm playing evals. Okay. Come on, NQ, just push here already. I know you want it. Okay. We definitely need NQ to break this little downtrend here. We want to see a push towards pre-market highs. Maybe even, yeah. At least to these level here. Microsoft, what's Microsoft doing? Let me check. It's holding the VWAP. It just keeps holding the VWAP. It's not doing anything, to be honest. Microsoft building up, holding the VWAP. In fact, it looks like it wants to break out. Nvidia is pretty weak. Apple is holding. I'm just gonna keep holding my position unless we see a break of the support on NQ. Hands off. Do I trade crypto? No. I buy Bitcoin, buy and hold, but I do not trade crypto. Ooh, I got stop out there. Did I got fake out? Most likely. Or not. Is NQ finally breaking down here? If that happens, or if we have a real breakdown here, I'm gonna look for this. It's Nvidia that's breaking down. That's definitely pulling NQ lower. Because we have Meta holding very good, Microsoft holding very good also, Apple holding pretty good. Same thing with Amazon. So I think, yeah, SMH is very weak. So chips are very weak today. That is not helping NQ. Double bottom, yeah, maybe. Look at that. Look at that. Do we get another fake out here? Yeah, this is ugly price action, guys. And that's why I'm not touching my funded accounts today. Whoa, okay. Another crazy hold here. Let's see. I'm out. What was that? Oh my god. Okay. 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 I'm out. I'm done. That was insane. The market just don't want to go lower. Like, what the heck? NQ just keeps holding here, guys. That was insane. So crazy that my trade weight just went a little cuckoo. But yeah, I'm like up like almost 800 per account. Whoa. Yeah, so why I went long here? One, I was right about playing, not trading with my funded account, because look at this ugly price action, right? I got lucky there because we had a huge candle that it went bullish and it went on my direction. But why I was so biased on buying the dip, why I was so like playing bounces here, because if the market really wanted to like lose support, we would have seen NQ losing support here, losing support here, and losing support here too. Like these three long wicks at the bottom. If you guys watch my candlestick videos where I explain you guys how important it is to understand how to read the candlesticks and how important are the wicks on the candlesticks, you will know that the market, it was clearly telling us that it did not want it to break the support. And that was why I bought the dip here and I bought the dip here also. Even though I got a stop out there, the market clearly told us that it just don't want to break support. So we had a crazy bullish market. We had very long wicks at the bottom here, right at support. That is telling us that buyers are stepping in every time NQ goes under pre-market lows. And let me see something here. Yeah. And that's it. Look at that reaction. Yeah. Ugly. 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 Ugly market. Ugly price action. I still think the market kind of wants to go back here and retest those highs. But man, who's gonna try to hold a move for a possible move here just by watching these freaking price action, right? We can try one little micro. Let's see if I'm gonna get my move here. But do I want to be sitting here watching this theme? We have NQ moving in a very, very small range. And I still don't know what was that crazy move. I don't think I'm gonna take any more trades. I kind of want to take one NQ micro to see if I'm gonna have my move higher, just for science. But if it takes the entire day to move higher, I'm not gonna be here, guys. A big day for me. These are evals, so I took the trade for Today it was just for fun. Those are evils. But still, I took the trade if they were funded accounts. I was patient enough to wait for my levels to play out. I did took this trade with a bigger size than normal because, again, these are evals. But at the end of the day, I waited for good setups. And that's how I pass evals. I go for a little bit bigger in size on my trades, but I still wait for good setups. Yeah, I do. My trading is only price action. Yes. Look at ES. What is ES doing? ES always doing is still trading inside Friday's range. Like, we have the same. Look at this is a 30-minute time frame on ES. This is Friday, and this is today. Nothing is going on, just moving inside this range. That's my brain right now, watching this price action. No, I don't use any of that. I don't use order flow. I don't use ICT. I don't use ORP. I don't use anything. No indicators. Only the VWAP on SPY and QQQ, but not on ES and NQ. I don't use anything. You don't need anything other than really learning how to read price action. It's not hard to learn that. I feel the more you have on your charts, the more difficult it will be for me to take any trades, because if I have a bunch of indicators saying something and then I read the price action saying something different, and then I have order flow that's saying something different, I don't know what I'm gonna take here. I think it will be so confusing, at least to me. If I only have my levels and I read candlesticks, that's all I need. And you can trade anything like that, right? Levels and candlesticks. You can trade crypto, penny stocks, but penny stocks you also need volume. I do think you need volume with penny stocks. But yeah, you can trade options, futures, shares, crypto, penny stocks, just reading price action. Why not the VWAP on ES and NQ? I don't feel the VWAP really works on I think the VWAP works really, really nicely on SPY and QQQ, not on ES and NQ. It's just what I've seen after trading, taking trades based on SPY and QQQ for 9 years now. But I also understand when the market is choppy, it's sideways, like today, the VWAP doesn't work at all. The VWAP only works when the market is trendy. When you have a clear trend, that's when all indicators and everything works. So SPY VWAP is better than ES from levels perspective. So levels is one thing, VWAP is another thing. Like, I honestly don't understand your question because levels are one thing, the VWAP is an indicator. Another thing, it makes no sense holding your position on a sideways price action. No, I'm using a regular VWAP. Regular VWAP. But like I said before, the VWAP doesn't work when you have sideways price action. Like the VWAP, this is SPY, right? And my VWAP is this purple line. The VWAP is right in the middle. That means we're having sideways price action. And it doesn't work at all when you have that. The VWAP here on NQ, it's a little bit better. It's clearly like rejecting the candlesticks are rejecting the VWAP, but still very like in the middle of the price action, right? So it's not really working. The VWAP only works, like really works, when you have a trend. And also, I don't take trades just blindly watching the VWAP, right? It's everything together. What's the overall trend on the bigger time frame? What are the candlesticks looking on the daily and the 30-minute time frame? And also what are the candlesticks doing at my levels? I'm done, guys. I'm not gonna take any more trades. This is a very ugly price action. Like I said before, I am expecting a choppy price action for the rest of the week because we have FOMC on Wednesday. We also have a bunch of data the other days, and we have a bunch of earnings on Wednesday, and we have Apple on Thursday. It's always like that when you have a big week. Always like that. So get used to it, to watching this price action for the rest of the week, pretty much. Be careful. Yeah, don't lose your funded accounts on this price action. It's not worth it. Just you can have a little bit of fun with evals. Don't go crazy. And yeah, like the video, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. So see you mañana. And yeah, be safe. I'll see you mañana. Like the video. Bye.